Hello, curious minds. Do you ever feel like you're just swimming in information,
Hmm.
looking for that clear path, that deep insight into how businesses really work, or maybe where the next big opportunity actually is?
Yeah, it can be overwhelming.
You want to be informed, you want those aha
Mm.
moments, right? But without, drowning in data.
Absolutely.
Well, you've definitely dropped anchor in the right place today.
Good place to be.
Today, we're doing a deep dive into a really remarkable resource, the Industry Handbook by Zebra Learn.
I've heard good things about this one.
Yeah, it's not just another business book. It's like the distilled wisdom from 4 years of serious research, real-world testing.
Okay.
It's designed for, well, pretty much anyone who wants to own, start, or even just analyze a business effectively.
And the core idea, what they call model-based thinking, that's really central here.
Right.
It gives you this framework, sort of a master key, that you can apply to understand basically any business, any industry, any economy.
That's powerful.
Yeah, and its main goal, which I find really interesting, is helping you find those industries that are just inherently more attractive. They call them rich ponds.
Rich ponds. I like that.
Yeah, where businesses actually have a good shot at above average profit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So think of it as like your strategic compass.
Hmm.
Whether you're an entrepreneur, a manager, a practitioner, as they say,
Hmm.
or even an investor hunting for that next big thing.
Mm.
Our mission today, cut through the noise.
Get to the good stuff.
Yeah, give you a real taste of this analytical power. Highlight the most crucial insights.
Yeah.
Let's unpack this.
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
So the handbook starts with this idea, model-based thinking, and it uses this 9-point business circuit.
Right.
It's basically a structured way, almost scientific, you could say, to break down businesses. Look at them qualitatively and quantitatively.
Like getting that X-ray view you mentioned.
Exactly. Seeing what makes an industry tick.
And the beauty of this circuit, I think, is how much it focuses on the industry-specific stuff first.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, the full circuit helps with individual companies, but the book really emphasizes understanding the whole playground before you look at one player.
Makes sense. Avoid the bad playground.
Precisely. Avoid jumping into a struggling pond, even if you think you've got the best fishing gear.
Got it. And the book focuses on 6 of these industry factors: value proposition, business model, broad industry analysis, evolution of industry, trends and practices, and risks and growth potential.
Quite a list.
Yeah, so today we're going to really home in on the first one, value proposition, and a key part of broad industry analysis,
Okay.
because these really offer some potent, actionable insights for finding those rich ponds.
Sounds good. Where do we start?
Let's dive headfirst into value proposition.
Okay.
The handbook argues that a strong one means you've got product-customer fit,
Right. The fit.
selling the right product to the right customers. Sounds simple.
Yeah, deceptively simple. But this is where it gets really complex, really strategic. Well, the first challenge is just understanding what value even means. The book immediately says it's highly subjective. Think about, say, a Kindle. For someone who reads all the time, it's amazing, incredibly valuable, access to tons of books anywhere.
Yeah, I love mine.
But for someone who maybe reads one book a year, it's just another gadget gathering dust.
It's true.
So value is really defined by the specific pains a customer wants to get rid of and the desired gains they're actively looking for.
So it's not about what I think is valuable.
Exactly. It's about what they perceive, their world, their needs.
Okay. And the handbook gives 2 ways to find this product market fit.
Yeah, 2 paths. One is customers for products. This is kind of the visionary approach. Think Steve Jobs.
People don't know what they want until you show them.
Exactly that. You create something amazing, groundbreaking, and people adapt. They didn't know they needed it, but now they do.
Okay, that's one way.
The other path is products for customers. This is more, let's say, analytical.
How does that work?
You really study the customers first. What are their needs, their frustrations? What do they aspire to? And then you design something specifically to address those pains and gains.
Or methodical.
Right. And to do that well, you need really sharp customer segmentation.
Breaking down the market.
Yeah. The handbook suggests using who, where, what, why, how.
Can you give an example?
Sure, take the Indian agrochemical industry example they use. You wouldn't just say farmers. That's way too broad.
Right.
You'd segment by maybe crop type or geography or the specific pests they face or the type of chemical needed, herbicides, insecticides.
So you tailor the approach.
Precisely. Because a one-size-fits-all value proposition, it just rarely connects deeply. You're looking for those distinct groups, those clusters of needs.
And the book mentions the value proposition canvas, too.
Yeah, by Osterwalder. It's a great tool, actually.
How does it help?
It basically helps you map things out visually. On one side, you detail a customer profile, their jobs, pains, gains. On the other side, your value map, your products, your pain relievers, your gain creators. And the goal is finding that perfect fit, that aha moment where what you offer directly, almost effortlessly, solves their pains and delivers their desired gains. It just clicks.
That makes sense.
And what's really useful here is that this isn't just for new businesses, for startups.
No, existing companies too.
Absolutely. They should be using this continuously. Evaluate how strong their current fit is. Are there new segments they could serve? Can they make the fit even stronger?
It's like adapting over time.
Exactly. Look at McDonald's globally. They're masters at this.
Right. Different menus everywhere.
Yeah, the McChicken in India, that gratin croquette burger in Japan, the maple bacon poutine in Canada.
Yeah.
Each one is a carefully adapted value proposition for a specific local customer profile. It's a living process, not static.
So how do you actually get that customer detail? Create those profiles?
The book is really practical here. It suggests lots of methods.
Like what?
Questionnaires, phone interviews, and not just with end customers. Talk to the middlemen, too. The distributors.
Ah, interesting.
Paid market research, online surveys, even just, being physically present. Go to the store where they buy it or watch where they actually use the product.
You get close to the action.
Yeah, get as close as you can to their actual buying journey, their usage journey. Almost step into their shoes.
Okay. And the book breaks down gains further.
It does, into functional, psychological, social, cost saving.
Okay.
But it adds another layer. How important are they? Are they required, just desired, or totally unexpected?
Give me an example.
Okay, smartphone. Making calls, email functional, probably required gains these days.
Right.
A really sleek, beautiful design, psychological, maybe desired, status updates, social gain.
Makes sense.
The key, the book stresses, is understanding which gains are most critical to your specific target customer. That helps you prioritize everything, product features, marketing messages.
Got it. But it's not just about gains. There are pains, too.
Absolutely. The flip side, these are the problems, the discomforts customers really want gone.
And the book has a really interesting take on this.
Yeah, this one really made me think. It says, pain removal is an illusion.
Whoa.
Trying to relieve one pain creates another. The idea is to relieve more severe pains, even if they create a few less severe pains.
That's profound. And maybe a bit counterintuitive?
It is. It forces you to be strategic. It's not about achieving perfection because you can't.
Right.
It's about making intelligent choices. Which pain is the most acute for your customer? Solve that brilliantly, even if it means accepting some other minor pains might pop up or stick around.
So prioritize the big hurts.
Exactly. For that agrochemical company, again, pains could be before use, like maybe the farmer doesn't know how to apply it correctly.
Lack of knowledge?
Or during use, maybe it's difficult to handle. Or after use, uncertainty about whether it actually worked.
Okay.
Identifying those specific pains helps you design pain relievers that actually matter to them.
And then there are risks.
Right, another dimension of value. Products that reduce potential bad outcomes create huge value, especially if the risk is severe.
Like safety gear.
Exactly. Safety equipment in agrochemicals mitigates a serious risk. Or think about the book's iPhone example. Great tech, right?
Sure.
But if you're somewhere with no roads, no fuel, it's not very valuable, is it? The basic conditions, the risks associated with its use aren't met. So value isn't just what it does, but also what bad things it prevents.
That's a great point. So how do companies develop these pain relievers and gain creators effectively?
The book suggests a lean approach, essentially.
Meaning?
Focus on the biggest pains first. Create a minimum viable product, an MVP, just to solve those critical issues.
Start simple.
Yeah. And then add features. Add gain creators over time. Think about a restaurant. Basic hygiene is a required gain, table stakes. Good taste is expected.
Okay.
Offering surprising new cuisines, that's an unexpected gain. You build up from that essential foundation.
And it's not a one-time thing,
Ooh,
right? The book emphasizes that.
Absolutely not. This is crucial. It states very clearly, customers keep changing. So customer profiling and product changes are ongoing processes.
It never stops.
Never. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Look at Swiggy, the Indian food delivery example. They didn't just launch and stop. They evolved from charging for delivery to free food options, adding more cuisines, constantly adapting their value prop.
Responding to the market.
Or that ed tech platform, addressing pains like high tuition costs, lack of personal attention. Their success comes from having a strong but also evolving value proposition.
Constant vigilance, constant adaptation.
That's the game.
Okay, so we've really dug into value proposition. Now let's pivot a bit. Let's look at the wider playing field, that broad industry analysis.
Right, the third point in the circuit.
Specifically, I want to zoom in on something the handbook calls the profit pool. This sounds really important for finding those rich ponds.
It absolutely is. But just before that, the book usually starts this section with the industry map.
Okay, what's that?
It's basically about mapping out all the connections, suppliers, customers, competitors, other forces. You see how cash and value actually flow through the whole system.
Like a blueprint of the ecosystem.
Exactly. They show examples like for IPL teams or retail banks or logistics. It gives you that essential bird's eye view first.
Okay, so you map the terrain.
And then you can plot the profit pool. This is a fantastic visual tool.
How does it work?
It graphs two key things against each other. On one axis, you have the size of different activities within the industry, usually measured by revenue.
Okay, how big is each part?
And on the other axis, you plot the return on capital employed for those activities, ROC.
ROCE, how efficiently they make profit from their capital.
Exactly. It's a really powerful profitability metric.
So what does this profit pool show you?
Well, take their Indian automobile industry example. You might see that manufacturing cars or making parts, auto ancillaries, those are huge segments by revenue. Massive.
Right, the biggest pieces of the pie.
But the profit pool might reveal that other, maybe smaller segments like third-party logistics, the 3PL guys, or even online reviewers actually have much higher ROCE, much more attractive returns.
So the biggest slice isn't always the most profitable.
Precisely. That's the key insight.
Yeah.
It highlights this trade-off between sheer size, sheer volume, and actual profitability, actual return on investment. This visualizes where the real money is often made.
That's fascinating. It could be in these less obvious niches.
Often is. It forces you to look beyond just market share or revenue and ask, where is the economic value really being captured? It helps you find that hidden stream of gold instead of just digging where everyone else is.
Completely changes how you might approach an industry.
Totally. And understanding that potential also means understanding the major industry risks.
Right. Can't ignore those.
The handbook breaks them down internal, external, industry-wide, company-specific, and it gives a simple three-step process. 1, identify the risks. 2, assess them. Likelihood times consequence gives you the level of risk. 3, decide your strategy. Accept it, reduce it, transfer it, or avoid it altogether.
Makes sense. Assess and act.
Yeah, like for Indian agrochemicals, they mention risks like local weather factors or counterfeit products, but then they point out a big company like UPL Ltd can mitigate geographic risk by operating globally.
Spreading the risk.
Or for banks, risks like asset liability mismatch are huge. And companies like Kotak Mahindra or HDFC are often seen as managing those specific industry risks better than others might have. Risk management becomes a core strategic capability.
So, understanding the profit potential and the inherent risks, that's crucial for judging an industry's attractiveness.
Absolutely fundamental.
Now, obviously, we've only really scratched the surface of this handbook today. We focused heavily on value proposition and this profit pool idea.
Yeah, there's a lot more in there. Porter's 5 forces, industry evolution, financial metrics.
Right, the other tiers of analysis.
Yeah.
But hopefully, even this glimpse gives you a much deeper appreciation for how powerful this model-based thinking can be.
I think so. Just understanding these frameworks, the details of value prop, the strategic view from a profit pool, it really gives you tools to cut through all the complexity out there.
It's structure.
It's a structured, logical way to make much more informed decisions, whether you're thinking about a startup idea or strategy for your current company or looking for an investment. It helps you make sense of the noise, see the underlying patterns.
Yeah, this deep dive really shows that being truly well-informed isn't just about gathering facts, is it?
No, not at all.
It's about having the right mental models, the frameworks to connect those facts, to see what they mean. The handbook isn't just giving answers.
It's giving you the questions.
Exactly. The right questions to ask, the frameworks to use, and lots of real examples to learn from. It really feels like a condensed masterclass in business thinking.
And I love that phrase they use, rich ponds, for the attractive industries. What we've talked about today, it's like getting a look at the fishing gear, the maps of the lake, maybe some tips on where the fish are biting.
Makes it easier to find those profitable spots.
Infinitely easier. It guides you towards those opportunities with potentially better than average returns.
But the real deep dive, the real adventure, that happens when you, the listener, take these tools.
Apply them yourself.
Yeah. Apply them to your own potential rich pond. Which industry are you going to analyze next using these kinds of frameworks? And what surprising, maybe profitable insights will you uncover when you do?